Here's something I need to confess. Something that I feel like I've been lying to you about, unintentionally, because I was perhaps lying to myself. I always emphasize that there is no such thing as the best sword ever. Some people it takes a little bit longer to reach that position where they're ready for the truth. You know, not everybody can be like Japanese trains that are always on time, always perfectly precise, you know, like other marvelous feats of Japanese engineering. Really, the only sensical answer to which is the best sword is the small sword, a weapon for a more civilized age, fit for a gentleman. Some commoners appear to vaguely approach this undeniable truth with banal sayings such as, "It's not about the size, it's about how you use it." What a crude analogy, steeped in uncouth double entendre. There is a kernel of truth here, albeit besmirched by the vulgarity of the common folk. Why would you degrade yourself to the likes of a peasant butchering a carcass with a chopping blade, and leave your opponent's body mangled and defiled when you can deliver an elegant thrust straight to the heart with the precision of a surgeon? And a surgeon is what it takes to discover the cause of death afterwards. Only brutish oafs relying on clumsy, broad, sweeping strokes would want a weapon that accommodates such a pedestrian style, while a gentleman seeks out a weapon that accentuates his strengths and his skill rather than compensate for inadequacies. What sort of deranged savage would evaluate a sword by how well it cuts? The same common rabble that would espouse such vulgar notions as a duel being won by strength of arm. We do not seek to emulate the nature of the beasts of the land, be they on 4 or 2 legs. We seek to develop finesse, true skill. Somewhat less deluded souls might be excused for thinking the best sword is a slender rapier. They're simply stuck in the dust of history. We have moved on. We have refined it to something much more elegant. Speaking of the dust of history, what is worse than an oafish brute? An oafish brute with delusions of grandeur would put a knight upon a pedestal. A knight. Cowards encasing themselves in steel. What could possibly be the reason other than a profound lack of mastery of the art of defense? I can already hear the naysayers cluck like hens. Oh, how would you defeat armor with a small sword? You do not. You order your servants to shoot it with guns. Let the low-born masses march in formation and reek of sulfur. 'Tis not the nobleman's way. Noblemen do not need to concern themselves with the necessities of low-born life, like having to wash away the sweat after toiling in the fields. No. We use perfume. We do not dirty ourselves. The same way as we do not fight out of necessity. You fight to earn a meager living. You fight to obey orders. I fight because I told a fellow gentleman that his grotesquely blubbery wife fornicates with swine. We are not the same. And that is all I have to say about this topic. The small sword is undeniably the best, most refined sword. Discussion over. Enjoy the first of the 4th month, fools.